Hey everyone. Losing a parent is a pain that's hard to put into words, but there's another layer to it that we don't talk about enough. Watching our surviving parent grieve. When my mum passed away, I didn't just lose her. I also had to watch my dad, my rock, completely crumble. It's this strange, heartbreaking position to be in trying to be the strong one for them while your own world has been shattered. Today, I want to talk about how we can navigate this. How do we support our parent, in my case, my dad, while also giving ourselves the space to grieve? Because your pain matters too. You deserve to fall apart, not just hold everyone else together. When you lose a parent, both you and your surviving parent are left with this enormous void. But the shape of that void is different for each of you. You're grieving the loss of your parent, that unique bond, the person who raised you, but your dad, he's mourning his partner, his best friend, maybe the person he spent most of his life with. The grief is shared, but it looks and feels different. It's so important to recognize that you're both hurting, even if you express it in completely opposite ways. Maybe your dad has become really quiet and withdrawn, or perhaps he's leaning on you more than ever before. Meanwhile, you might feel this constant pull, desperately wanting to help him, but also needing to step back and just deal with your own overwhelming sadness. There's no right or wrong way to feel. It's okay to feel torn. It's completely natural to want to protect your surviving parent. After my mum died, I found myself trying to fill her shoes in so many ways. I was making sure my dad ate, trying to be his emotional support, helping with decisions. I wanted to fix his pain. But here's the thing I learned. You are not responsible for their healing. Trying to fix their grief will only burn you out and make your own feel so much heavier. The most powerful thing you can offer isn't a solution, it's your presence. Perfection isn't the goal here. Sometimes the best support is just sitting with them in the silence. You don't need to have all the answers. Just being there and saying something simple like, "I don't have the right words, Dad, but I'm here," can mean everything. I remember one evening, a few weeks after the funeral, my dad and I just sat at the kitchen table. We didn't talk much. We just existed in our sadness together. We both cried a little, and in that shared, honest moment, it felt like a tiny piece of healing began for both of us. It wasn't about fixing anything. It was about not being alone in the pain. Those are the moments that truly matter. You can love your parent with all your heart and still need to protect your own emotional energy. This is where gentle boundaries come in. And I want to be clear, boundaries are not walls. They don't push people away. They create balance so you can continue to show up. It might sound like saying, "Dad, I really need some quiet time for myself tonight, but how about we have breakfast together in the morning?" Or if a conversation gets too heavy, you could say, "I miss Mum so much too. Can we maybe talk about something a little lighter for a few minutes?" Setting these boundaries isn't selfish. It's not a rejection of their pain. It's an act of survival. If you try to carry your grief and there's 24/7, you will burn out. It's a guarantee. Remember, you can't pour from an empty cup. You have to find ways to refill your own weather. That's through talking to a therapist, journaling, leaning on your faith, or just spending time with friends who let you be messy and sad. You have to start healing yourself to share your strength. Grieving together doesn't mean you have to grieve in the exact same way. One of the most helpful things for my dad and me was finding small, meaningful rituals to honor my mum. These were things that connected us without forcing us to have big, heavy conversations we weren't ready for. For a while, we started lighting a candle for her every evening. On Sundays, we'd try to cook one of her favorite recipes. It was a way to keep her memory alive and feel close to each other. We planted a garden in her memory, and tending to it became a quiet, shared activity. These little acts remind you that grief can actually create a new kind of closeness, a deeper bond built on shared love. And please know that it's okay if laughter starts to creep back in. For a long time, any moment of joy felt like a betrayal. But it's not. It's healing. It's life gently reaching out and trying to hold your hand again. Let it. Supporting a grieving parent is one of the most sacred and one of the most difficult things you'll ever do. You're not just helping them navigate their new reality. You're also learning how to carry your own heart with gentleness and compassion. If there's just one thing you take away from this video today, let it be this: you do not have to choose between caring for them and caring for yourself. You can and you must do both, one breath at a time. Your healing and their healing can happen. If this resonated with you, I'd be so grateful if you shared a bit of your story in the comments. How are you and your parent navigating this journey together? Your experience could be a source of immense comfort for someone else who feels alone in this. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more honest conversations about grief, healing, and finding hope. I'll see you in the next video. Take care of yourself.